Okay, in this video, we're going to take a look at how we would set up a project in Wirecast. This is a typical project that I do. I've really grown to like this workflow, and certainly you can do anything you want, but this will give you a great starter point. So we're going to go into the UI, which we're looking at right now. We're going to go into that in much deeper detail later. But for now, I set up some different assets, and we're going to take a look at everything. Over here on the left, though, is our preview screen. So anything that we want to click on here, we're going to preview it there. And of course, we're going to go live here by pressing this button. And I'll show you the whole workflow. So the way I usually set things up is in Wirecast, you have different layers. You have layers 1 through 5, which are your master layers. And then across from them, you can have unlimited types of content coming in, or sources, I should say. In the first source here, in the first layer, I always put my audio up here. So I know that it's there. I know I've selected it. I want to make sure that I have audio coming in. And for this particular instance here, I have a great microphone plugged in, and I'll show you really quick. It says capture devices, and here I can choose different microphones or cameras, etc. But for this one, I have a mic. It's called the Mic 96K, which is an Apogee mic, and I love it. But I'm actually using that for my tutorial, so I can't double down on it. So for this video, we have the Logitech webcam audio, and that's showing right there. So now if I click on this, here it comes into the preview area. It's not video, so I won't see anything, but I do see my audio signals moving here. I don't see them on the right side because we are not live yet. So let's start building from here. I've got my audio set up. And any time that you want to get out of a particular shot, you just have to click on clear layer and go like that, and it'll clear it from your live view. So let's keep this audio live. Next, I usually put my different titles I have, and I made some separate cards here. So this one says multicam using Wirecast and iOgrapher. And I can see right here, I mean, we'll fix this later, but I can change the size of the font and everything. It looks like the G's missing a little bit. I'll show you how to do that in the titles video. And now I'm going to switch to this title, which just shows my name and for an identifier that I'll use later. In the next layer, I like to put different media assets that I want to have. And so I will do something like a video that I have in here. I'll just click on that really quickly, and I'm going to clear that layer. And inside of this layer, if I scrub through it here, it's a video of my son's field trip to the California Arts Center. I can also drag these different in and out points to make the video longer or shorter, and maybe I don't want the whole video to play, just a piece of it. So we're going to go into all that later. Don't worry about that now. So that's a video I have there. I'm going to clear that. I have my website here, my iOgrapher website, and we're going to use this in a cool picture-in-picture later on. So we're going to clear that one as well. Underneath that is where I start putting my cameras. So we'll go right here and we'll put on my iPad, which is, let me see, it is my left side iPad in front of me. If I was camera right, I believe. So we'll clear that. In here I've got my right side iPad. And you can see a little latency. It's not really going to be like that. I happen to be using the Wi-Fi from my home, and I'm out in my garage studio, and it's just not powerful enough right now to do this multicam in a much faster time. But if you have the right environment and a great Wi-Fi connection, you're not going to see any latency. And so we'll click over to this. This is my main screen. You can see that there. And these two shots here are from iPads using Wirecast Cam. And I can actually change how much I want the bit rate, etc., to help improve problems like this. And we're going to dive into that kind of stuff later. So for now, you're just going to have to deal with this. And of course, I would fix the lighting and everything like that. So underneath that, after I have all my cameras here, and you can actually add more cameras. So here's capture devices if I wanted to have other cameras plugged in. Underneath that, there's a Wirecast cam, and if I click on that, it'll bring up the Wirecast cam, and I can add a new one or, have existing ones already. And the beauty is this keeps all the information, so next time I set up, if I have the same devices, it's going to recognize them. So, okay, let's clear that out. And underneath that, I like to add picture-in-picture shots. So here's one where I see the two shots side by side that I might want to have. And you can play around with these if you want. You can have them just by clicking and dragging. You can do some fun angles here. So you can do some, it's just highly customizable. And we'll go into the next shot where I brought my shot really low in here. I actually made it smaller. And I can certainly do something else with it if I want. So this might be something that it goes over, something else that I want, etc. Maybe I have another video or something in the background. And actually, let's show that really quickly. So I've got that shot, and then I'm going to show this video. And if I click go, you don't see my shot anymore. It's missing. That's because this is all done in layers. So whatever the top down, so if I click on this and press this over there, this is going to go over that as well. And I can click that off. Let me just clear this for a minute. And if I do recall setting this up, I did have layers here. So let's see. So yes, there I am. So, and I can move this over here where I had it originally. And we'll click on that. And I could be here explaining, over here we were at the California Science Center, and it was amazing. And right there's where Johnny did, and it's just really a cool little picture-in-picture effect. And then if you've got projects or products and stuff like I do, I've got this option. So I'm going to clear that layer, and I'm going to bring this one over now. And instead of using the cut, I'm going to click on smooth, and we'll have a smooth transition. And there I am, and this is another picture-in-picture. And I'm talking about the iOgrapher website. I'm doing a live stream on Facebook. This is what it's all about, and it's just easy to do, and it's fantastic. And doing picture-in-picture stuff is really simple, so I'm going to clear that. I'm going to go in here and click down below and choose New Shot. And once again, we're going to go over all this in a specific tutorial for adding shots, etc. And I do have a new shot here, so I'm just going to right-click, and I'm going to scroll down here, change my template. And it comes with all these great templates, and in fact, it comes with keying green screen templates. So you can actually, if you shot your main camera in front of a green screen, you could be walking around here, and then these could be your two other shots, and you can do some really fun stuff. But let's change that template to a picture-in-picture. Here's angled in, and there's my A shot and B shot. Once you're done there, you just have to right-click, change source. Source A is going to be my iPad, and there I am, and change source B will be my Logitech webcam, and there I go, and I made another picture-in-picture, and we're going to transition over to that, and there we are. So as you can see, it's really simple to do all this. We are going to select the audio once again and click audio live. So the audio is working. But I don't see it in the output here, and there's a reason for that. We might get some feedback, but I want to make sure that you see there is a mute button here, and there is a headphone button here. So I want to click that, and now you can see that we are moving. We have audio, and when we go live to the world, we want to make sure that we have audio here. So something to keep in mind. We're going to do a whole audio section for Wirecast. And I hope this gave you a nice little introduction of the power of Wirecast, and we'll be back for another video.